Hey, this is Ervin Griffin. And the other day, I made some videos, well, rather a couple videos on this chick right here, Ember Moon. And yeah, I did say some sarcastic things, one of which I still stand by. Talking about I catered to children. Yeah. Just saying, Ember, some of your clothes, while they may not be as racy as Mandy Rose, which, by the way, she did clear up. She was not dissing Mandy Rose so much as she was dissing WWE Creative and the people behind WWE Creative, who ultimately, the people behind WWE Creative are the ones that are making the decisions, not WWE Creative themselves. Anyway, she did make it clear she was not taking a dig at Mandy Rose. She actually expressed admiration for Mandy Rose and for her career progression. That being said, she felt like she nor the other women should have to dress like her to get ahead. Sounds like some old-time divas thinking, and we can probably figure out who's behind that. And no, not just the usual suspect, although I'm sure he's the one that finally signs off on it, if you get my drift. Anyway, I just found the audio and I listened to it. You know what? Hear it for yourself. And I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it. I feel like I need to talk about it just to get it off my chest and to get it out there in the universe. Because my last 4 months was just one of those moments that I wasn't having fun anymore. And it started with Shotzi being gone and Shotzi being drafted. And I remember thinking I was sitting at home and I got a phone call saying, hey, we don't want you to be upset, but Shotzi just got moved to SmackDown and she's debuting with Tegan Nox as a tag team. And I just was sitting there and I was playing D&D, the most beautiful day of my week, and I'm getting this phone call about how Shotzi's been drafted, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy for her. And then the tag team thing popped out and I was like, but we're the tag team and we have merch and we're doing fun things and we had just finally gotten into our groove of the banter, and it was just but they're like, don't worry, we have stuff for you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I remember going to Hunter, and Hunter was just like, I have no clue what's happening, we'll figure it out together. And that was so much of what I needed at that time, because no one really knew what was happening. You know, Bailey had gotten injured, and I know Shotzi and Tegan were going to do dark matches for a tryout anyway, and they were like, well, we already have these roles here, let's throw them out there. But the problem I had was kind of some of the newer writers were coming from Raw, coming from SmackDown, we had no idea you and Shotzi were a tag team. And just sitting there, and just a lot of WWE backstage is having to play the game of oh yeah, man, it's cool, we get it, we're down here at NXT. It wasn't like we weren't front page of .com or anything when we won the titles, but that's fine. Yes, and you're just having to I guess eat the shit sandwich and smile at shit in your teeth a lot of the times, because it's all about not making waves. And it's just okay, yeah, it's fine, cool, yeah, I bet you didn't know we were a tag team, look at Shop, look at this, and it's just okay, cool. And it was me and Hunter and the head writer at the time, we had all came up with, we're gonna do a heel turn for me, because that's something new, that's something different. And during this process, we wanted to do a losing streak, or at least that was my thought, is let me do the losing streak. I see all these new faces coming through here. Part of my job at NXT was to help new talent on TV, which I get that. I've been around for a very long time, and I've been doing this 16, 17 years at this point in time, yeah. And it was and I love this business so much that I didn't mind. I was like, hey, let me go on a losing streak, let me get super frustrated, and let me turn. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember, okay, this is a great idea. We got A, B, C, D, F. We're going to do your first feud with this person or this person. And then the first match happens, and then I'm off TV for 4 weeks. And then I'm like, okay. They're like, don't worry, we got this. Then like Hunter disappeared. And then I was supposed to do a match with Saray, and I ended up getting a rash on my arm, and I had an allergic reaction to something that they thought was something else, so they pulled me from the match. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. All right, we're gonna keep trucking. They're like, hey, we'll do this match next week. And then another 3 weeks later, they're like, hey, we're gonna do this match. That match gets pulled from TV, and then, you know, one of the head coaches goes, hey, will you do me a favor and work 205 Live with Cora Jade? We really like her. She's a sweet girl. We really think this would be a fun match. You two are in the main event of 205. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds great. Like, I'm never going to say no to having a match on TV, regardless of where it's airing or whatever like that. And me and Cora go out there and we have just a fun banger of a match. And they're like, yeah, you got, and they go, you're turning in this match, but we want to make it subtle, right? So they kind of turn me, but they don't. And then there was like a lot of, I don't know, confusion on what was supposed to happen. And then some kind of way, I remember going online to be like, did Ember turn heel? Did she? And like that, I was like, I don't know if I turned heel or not. You know, and then off TV for 3 weeks, and I have the match with Mandy, and they're like, we're finally pulling the trigger on this. And I get a note that week saying, hey, in 2 weeks, we need you to dye your hair fire colored again. We need you to get the red contacts. You're going back to the old Ember Moon character. This is per Vince. And we want you to, you're going to turn heel, but you're going to turn heel as your old character. We're trying to get the old music and all that stuff together. And I was like, all right, great, this is great. So I go home, get my bottle of whiskey. I'm dyeing this hair because I have to hand dye that myself. It takes an astronomical amount of time.
You do it all yourself?
Yes, I dye my hair extensions. That fire-colored ombre takes a minimum of 8 hours.
Oh my god.
It is extremely tedious, and like, mind you, during COVID, my dye supplier actually shut down, so I'm having to find different colors, and I'm spending a fortune on this hair. And 2 weeks later, I show up to TV, I'm like super motivated, I'm happy, and I'm like, okay, it's finally looking out for me, you know, just wait it out. And I remember Ryan Katz and I went and filmed like a kind of demo of kind of the vibe that I wanted. And I was like, and he's like, this could be awesome, I come back, I get the video ready, I'm ready to show everyone after TVs, and they go, hey, we got some bad news. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I got this video. No, Vince is pulling you off TV indefinitely.
What?
And I just kind of sat there and I was just like, what did I do wrong? And he's like, you did nothing wrong. And I was like, I've done everything that you guys have asked me. I've gone over and above. Like, I can't express to you, like, when they put me and Shotzi in a tag team, everyone knows, everyone backstage knew, like, I'm not a tag team person. I hate tag teams because there's just too many moving parts. And it's not that I hate tag team wrestling. It's just that it requires so much more to give versus relying just on yourself for that. You have to rely on like 3 other people in the ring to make sure everything's on point, which is fun. And I feel like me and Shotzi capitalized on it, and we were just so motivated within that tag team to build a division, and then we weren't able to. But like me showing up to that TVs and it's like 2 a.m. and I just remember sitting there and I was like, I've done everything you guys have asked me to. I've done over and beyond. I've branched out. Sorry, I'm getting emotional about it. I'm trying not to, but
I understand. Like, this is the dream job, especially like someone who's a wrestling fan, like lifelong wrestling fan.
And when you care about something and you care about this business so much more, not just for yourself, but for everyone involved, it hurts so much more because for so many years, I've been not about myself, if that makes sense. I've been for the match, for the other people. And to be told that I have done nothing wrong, and I was taken off TV for doing absolutely nothing wrong, it hurt so bad because I was so happy walking into work. And I remember when Shotzi left, I remember going to my makeup artist and going, I'm so unhappy. I'm so unhappy. And we'd have to sit through stupid meetings about how we would have to dress sexy. And I remember looking at someone, I was like, I cater to children. I am not about to wear fishnet booty butt cheek shorts because we had a 2-hour meeting about how to dress like Mandy Rose. That's not fair. Not everyone is going to be Mandy. Mandy is absolutely phenomenal and she's an amazing person, but not everyone is Mandy Rose. And that's like, I started seeing this downslope as soon as Hunter was gone. And like for the first little bit, we didn't know why he was gone. We just knew he wasn't there, you know? And so it became this, like, I got so angry. And I remember sitting there and I was like, I did nothing wrong. I didn't piss off Vince. I said, you take shots away from me. Now Hunter's gone, you know, and I said, like, you guys promised me this wouldn't happen. You guys promised I wouldn't be lost in the shuffle. And I said, I went on this losing streak to help you guys out, to help build other talent so I could get a reward. And they were like, well, not everything's lost, Ember. You know, we still want you to come and help out the next generation, maybe teach a class, maybe, you know, do some PC Lives, which is the student show in front of no fans. And I'm just like, so you're taking me off TV and you're trying to make me a coach. And I just remember like laughing and I was like, you know what? I said, if I've done nothing wrong, I said, you can cancel all my flights.
Now, that's not the entire interview. What you just heard was just a little snippet of it. And I'll leave a link to that snippet. If I can find the full interview, I'll put that down in the comment section too. But let me tell you, you'll probably never see this, Miss Ember Moon or Athena. But I owe you an apology. Because now that I've heard your story and seen how you acted in that, no, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. I mean, really. I mean, I know disappointments happen, but I would ask you that's viewing this right now, assuming even a third of what she's saying is true, how would you feel, not just in wrestling, but in any job? How would you feel if you was jerked around like that? Basically, they wanted her to go from actual talent to a coach. It'd be something else if she was retiring. But she's not retired. So, honestly, I can't blame Ember Moon for her attitude. I really can't. I can't. And I'm sorry for WWE Creative. And I don't entirely blame them because they answer to higher guys. It's too bad. Sorry, something in my throat. They answer to higher people. Excuse me, something wrong with my voice there. They answer to higher people. Even creative answers to somebody. And just the fact that these writers didn't even know that her and Shotzi was tag team, the fact that they pretty much confirmed they don't even watch NXT shows they were in trouble. And the second Triple H went down with that heart ailment, it was done. It was done for that brand. And the second the old is like oh sorry. But the second they got in there, it was done. I mean, now the sexy booty shorts, like I said, Ember, you've worn some pretty questionable stuff yourself. But that being said, you look at Mandy Rose, that works for her. That works for her. That doesn't work for every woman. You need to find their strengths and play up to it instead of trying to make them cookie cutter factory. Basically, they're trying to take NXT back to the diva days. And not every woman is like that. Anyway, if I find the whole interview, I'll put it down in the comment section. You listen to it. But I'll go ahead and put the audio that I added to this video. I'll go ahead and put that down in the comment section. You can listen to the whole 15-minute video yourself. Man. you wonder why a lot of people have attitude towards WWE. Anyway, I'm out.